Hello and welcome to Oz 10-pin Epping in Melbourne with the excitement of the prestigious Australian Bowling Cup. You're watching Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder with the nation's best bowlers teaming up to bowl for Australian glory. Featuring the triples Baker format with 6 teams of 3 players each. Each team contests 4 matches in qualifying, 2 points per win, 1 point per draw. Only the top 4 teams advance to the finals and then feature in a bowling battle for the Australian Bowling Cup. Today, the Thunder continues with 2 exciting games. We're about to find out who has the skill and the strike power to light up the lanes here at Oz 10-pin Epping in Melbourne. What a game to start us off today. To complete round 1, we have the All-Stars from Victoria up against the mighty defending champions, Queensland Rollin Thunder. Last year was dominated by the Master and his apprentice.
Frame 9, Jared Langford.
This is a big shot in the context of the match. And a big pressure shot, and he's delivered. George Hollywood Frelingos and his deputy Jared Langford with their weapons of mass destruction. Jared Langford. Massive amount of revs on that one and gets a much needed strike. George showed his experience throughout, delivering high quality percentages. He's got the 5 and the 10 to negotiate. And he does!
Wow. What a spare George Frelingos.
Wow! Hollywood George Frelingos with the spare. An absolute machine. Jared Langford had his game face on and took no prisoners. Here's Jared Langford.
Oh, Lord.
He's delivered, he has. That looked great, straight out of the hand from Jared Langford. This all left-handed team from Queensland were undefeated and returned with high expectations. They are the champions, and he finishes off in style. Well done, George Frelingos and Jared Langford. Well, George, you took the tournament by storm last year, yourself and Jared, now a team of 3. How does things change with a 3-person team going into this event?
It does change a bit, actually. The format's a little bit different. The whole 10th frame thing is going to add a new element to the game. So there's heaps more strategy involved, but we had a great practice session yesterday, and I feel extremely confident back to back. That's what I'm feeling this year.
Now, good stuff. As far as that 10th frame is concerned, does it just come down to like who's really on a roll at the time and the like?
Yeah, I think so. I think between all 3 of us, we have heaps of experience in bowling really under the clutch. But I think it's going to come down to that particular game, that particular lane, and I'll make the call from there.
All right, well, good luck. We love seeing you guys in action last year. Now with a team of 3, all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Well, Adam, looking forward to this challenge that awaits, no doubt. It's going to be an exciting few weeks, and you've got a very good team either side of you there.
Yeah, it's great that we had this opportunity to bowl and showcase our talent for the country. Great to be chosen, and yeah, very happy to get out there and throw some good shots, hopefully.
Tactics-wise, have you got anything planned?
I think we'll just feed off each other really well. I think we can really operate well as a team. I think the team part of this tournament is very important. Kind of stay out of each other's way a bit. We all throw pretty different shots. So yeah, we'll be able to negotiate the lanes pretty well. So, yeah.
And who takes that all-important 10th frame? Have you
It's all going to depend on who's throwing it well at the moment. I mean, we had a good practice yesterday. We all had a 10th frame. We all had a pretty good look. So I think as long as we can throw some good shots, yeah, we'll be good.
Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder continuing with what is going to be a sensational match for us. The Vic All-Stars up against Queensland Rollin Thunder. Exciting matchup we've got here too, Chris, as they all are with such strong teams we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially very interesting that the Victorian team, the All-Stars, Terry Wenban, blast from the past, TBA Hall of Famer, he's done it all. And great to see him back on television.
And that's the big advantage with bowling. It doesn't matter, you can be 6 years of age, or in Terry's instance, I'm sure he doesn't mind, 63, and you can still be very competitive.
Absolutely.
So the game caters for all ages.
Certainly does. And it's going to be Alexia Hicks here, starting things off here for Queensland Rollin Thunder. match 3 of Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder.
Alexia's first shot on television, but she'll look to get her team off to a hot start.
Study of concentration. Alexia Hicks. Smooth delivery and leaves 3 standing there.
Yeah, just leaving the 3-6-10 in the corner. Maybe looked a little bit slow, but she'll look to clean it up early here.
Yeah, that was a little bit inside that first target indicator, which is on the 10 board. So it was a license to go through the nose a little bit, but she's taken off her wrist guard, got her hand in the plastic ball to throw a nice straight shot at this spare.
Study of concentration here, Alexia Hicks. And gets the spare.
Not the conventional way to get it, but she'll take it early here.
I think she was more nervous bowling that shot than what she was playing in the final of the Australian Masters not recently.
Well, yeah, she's absolutely owned that event in recent times, winning it and then runner-up this year. But here comes the Hall of Famer,
Terry Wenban. His first shot, and
I said earlier you needed to have a high number of revolutions to send the scouts, but Terry just proving me wrong there. Just hitting the pocket, had the message to go across just in front of the 10 pin. But you'll look to clean it up early as well. Terry, of course, a great spare shooter for a number of years.
And also, you know, if anybody wants to or is motivated to go bowling, we invite you to very easily access bowl.com.au and find a centre near you.
he's just missed that one, Terry Wenban. He's just missed it.
Yeah, he's kicking himself on that one. A lot of the older bowlers, they come from a time where strikes are a little bit harder to come by, and they're all excellent spare shooters, so they absolutely hate missing spares, as you can see by Terry's reaction.
Jared Langford. He caught fire in Rollin Thunder #1. And he gives the ball plenty of revs. Here it comes. Hooks back in. And there's the strike. And there's that look of determination.
George knows he's on a winner there. Just that smirk on his face after Jared came back. Just getting the ball out there and bang, slapping that 7 pin out. And there's the signature intensity there from Jared.
That's the game face.
That's the ultimate game face.
Absolutely.
Dina Buxton now stepping up in the second frame, just looking to get the team back on track.
Coming off an open frame in the first. Dina Buxton.
Yeah, that definitely looked a bit right of target. Didn't quite recover to hit the head pin there, but yeah, as you can
way
see,
too wide.
That one almost went in the drink.
However, this is very spareable. The bowler intends to get on the left-hand side of the front pin, and the front pin will then slide across and take out the 10 pin, the one in the right-hand corner.
So that's the plan.
Let's see if it goes to plan.
Dina Buxton looking for the spare. It is a tricky one. Needs it. The hook didn't. In fact, it just hung out there. Didn't hook like she wanted it to.
No, it made it so far, and it's almost like the ball stopped. It looked like it was going to hook, and then straightened up a little bit. But anyhow, she got the majority of them, and that's the main thing.
Georgia looked to get an early double, just put the pressure right on the Victorian team.
We've just gone from the aggressiveness on the last shot from the Queensland Rollin Thunder with Jared Langford to the classic style of Hollywood George Ferlingos with a strike.
Just pushing the 6 pin back there. Big double early though.
Like that one, George.
George loves to strike. He loves it.
He loves the limelight. This tournament is made for Mr. Ferlingos.
But, you know, they're both left-handers, and yet such completely different styles, but the result is still the same.
In fact, throw in all three in the Queensland team with Alexia Hicks, and all three very different. Here is Adam Hayes, the captain from the Victorian All-Stars, needs a strike and delivers.
Giving his team going. Absolutely great shot there from Adam. Just taking it right back to his team.
Well, we saw last week that the teams that got out to an early lead, they were run down late in the contest, so things can change rapidly in the Baker format.
And that strike, hopefully, a sign of things to come for the Victorian team. Alexia will look to get up here, add another one to the tally, make it 3 in a row early here.
She'll be aiming to strike, but I think also just staying clean, you know, to help her team.
Alexia Hicks for the Queensland Rollin Thunder side. 22-year-old. And delivers a strike.
Tripping the 4-7 out there, just coming in a little bit high. But they all look the same up on the scoreboard. 3 in a row now for Queensland Rollin Thunder.
And of course, George, ever so helpful, you know, is encouraging her and suggesting that was a good shot, and maybe just look, maybe one more board right and give it a little bit more room.
Terry Wenban. They need a double here. The Victorian All-Stars, and they get it.
Great shot there from Terry. Turning back the clock is that one. Like we've seen him do many, many times over the years.
That was regulation pocket hit,
Yeah,
right? The pocket being that perfect place between the 1 and the 3 pin where you want to hit and get all 10 pins down.
If you want to see contrasting styles, that last delivery from Terry Wenban, very classic. And here is Jared Langford. Bang. Gives it a rip again.
Yes.
Full of confidence.
I was talking to Jared yesterday, and he did say to me a lot of people misconstrue that he's angry when he bowls, but it's just intensity. And we all show our passion in different ways. Jared obviously very outright with his passion.
I'd hate to see it if he got angry.
No. It'd make
Oh, he's smiling. Hang
There
on.
we go.
See, he can relax.
Tina Buxton.
Looking to make atonement from the last shot.
And delivers a strike there for the Victorian All-Stars. Game on. Back here at Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder. Hollywood, George Felingos, as we head into the 6th frame. George has left himself a very difficult opening.
Yeah, you can tell George with his reaction there, he thought that was good. He just turned around and said, wow. And yeah, he's not happy with that whatsoever. He looks very, very confused right now. There it is.
What can he try to do here? Take his medicine? Or is there anything he can try to do to spare this one?
I think just at the point of the match, you just take the 2. You just don't do anything silly.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does.
Especially when the opposition have had 2 opens and all they've done is literally got 3 strikes to cover that. They're in the advantage that they've come off of 4 strikes in a row. Just take the higher percentage and consolidate the rest of the game.
It looks like Terry was pretty keen to get up and bowl there. He picked up his ball. Now it's on his lap, and him and Dina having a laugh about that.
Yeah, but don't forget he's a senior bowler, so he may forget who's following whom.
That is true. You said it, not I, Jeanette.
Adam Hayes is the captain of the Victorian All-Stars. He delivered a strike to get them back on track with his first delivery, with his first shot. Can he get a double? Oh, he nearly lost that one.
He was definitely flirting with the gutter there.
Wow, that was nearly as wide as what Dina's was previously.
Here we go, here's the
wow,
replay.
look at
wow, that was even further right than Dina's. That is as close as you can get without that ball going in the drink.
What, a millimetre or 2 away?
Oh, not even.
Needs to spare.
This is when spares really count, especially after you've had strikes. It's all about pin count, pin count, pin count.
Looking good on delivery.
Oh, wow. That is... Yeah, he threw that the perfect way you're supposed to spare that, and that pin should not have been standing. That's unbelievable. It's just the luck of the game.
So a top possible score here for now the Victorian All-Stars of 2-2-2. And for Queensland Rollin Thunder, it's 2-5-5, so they can really consolidate here as we head into the 7th. Alexia Hicks. Her time with their delivery. Here is Alexia Hicks with a strike.
Great shot there from Alexia. If you look just further down the lane, there's some darker boards around the 40 feet mark, and that ball went right over that 10 board. Here we are on the replay at the break point. Bang. That's exactly where you want to be. Great shot from Alexia.
Is that where she was looking then? Is that where the different competitors that are looking for different spots for when they want the ball to hook?
I'd say she was probably looking at the arrows just in front of her, but that's where you want it to be, towards that part of the lane. Nice shot there from Terry. Maybe a little bit quick, just leaving the flat 10 in there.
Almost repetitious of his first shot, you know, that slightly softer 10 pin, but he'll be looking to make atonement and spare this, I'm sure.
Yeah, look at his reaction there. I think he was very happy with what he delivered. Needs to spare and gets it.
Takes care of it this time around.
He missed that exact shot earlier on. So it is certainly still advantage the Queensland team, but as we have seen, even late on in the contest, things can change.
Here comes the left-handed powerhouse from North Queensland.
And of course, for the little ones at home that want to go bowling, when they join in with Bowl Patrol, unfortunately, they won't be bowling the ball like Jared does straight away. They may take a little time.
It takes years to develop that.
He's from the town of Ayr in North Queensland. And, well, he's on fire.
3 absolutely perfect shots from Jared. Could not do more from his team. Captain George there, just giving him the slap. He'd be very, very pleased with Jared's output so far.
And then last year, when the two lefties bowled together, they worked so well together, playing the same area of the lane so that they could help one another, if you like, to score better. Here we go, Dina getting up to try and make a good shot.
Needs a strike for the Victorian All-Stars. And delivers.
Great shot there from Dino. Just gives their team the maximum 212. Game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. One bad shot, one opening. That's what the Victorian team would be hoping for here.
Here comes George Frelingos. Hollywood George. That classic style, the lean, and ooh.
Just that ball hooking early again from George. I think he probably made the adjustment on that last one. But yeah, just with the contrast in George and Jared's styles, George does play the lane a lot straighter, which does actually give Jared a little bit more, we call it bounce. So George is playing straight and further left, and it just gives Jared that extra bit of room to move if he moves inside of that. But a great spare from George.
Yeah, closes out the 9th frame with the spare.
Now, will they have a team meeting to decide who's going to bowl the 10th? Is there any decision in that?
I think it's a pretty straightforward decision. I'd be going with Jared.
Well, he's got the turkey, hasn't he?
He has.
Personally.
But massive shot here from Adam, just to give his team any sort of chance heading into the 10th frame. It's a must strike.
Adam Hayes, the captain from the All-Stars, needs a captain's nod. And, well, he's just saying to Queensland, we're not going away.
So the team sort of side, yep, here comes Jared, about to step up here in the 10th frame. Great shot there from Adam.
Coming home with the wind behind their sails.
Absolutely. I think they'll rue some missed chances there and that unlucky 6-3 in the 6th frame. But Jared just needs to be clean here in the 10th frame to shut it out. Hasn't looked like missing so far.
Jared Langford. 3 strikes so far. With his shot. Oh, is it an instant replay? It is.
Great shot there from Jared, just closing out the match.
Brilliant from Jared Langford. Well, he's got 4 in a row himself. Will he finish with 5 and 6? I'm not going to bet against him.
No, I would not bet against him at all.
Potential 234 score coming up here for Queensland.
Enjoy this show, folks. Being put on here by Jared Langford. situation. With his shot again. Wow, it's like clockwork.
Is it actually possible to get even more solid in the pocket? Because I think Jared just did it again. Look at that. Just gets the ball out around that dartboard and bang, just absolutely smashes the pocket, 10 back.
But as I say, the key of the modern day game, if you notice with Jared, he gets to the foul line, his body stops moving, and then the ball comes through. That's where he gets the power from.
And it looks like Jared's just changing balls here for the last shot. Just get a
Just
bit
have a
of
look.
information. Yeah, a bit of information for future matches.
So he's 5 from 5. Will he be 6 from 6? He's changed the balls. Will it change the result? It does. I don't think we'll see that one too often then.
I know. But yeah, great game there from the Queensland Rollin Thunder, finishing on 233.
Yeah, 233, the final score here for Queensland Rollin Thunder. And they'll finish things off here with Dina Buxton, the Victorian All-Stars.
Yeah,
In this round-robin format, you want to finish off confidently, and as you've been saying too, Chris, just take a bit more information too that you can take into your next match.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, I'd say probably Dina was the pick to bowl the 10 frame regardless. Bar her first shot, her other two are very, very solid. And that's a mess. But she'll look to make the spare and once again have that test shot.
It looks like Dina perhaps needs to move a little bit further left, and maybe she may gather the information from this particular match to say, okay, I need to make an adjustment next time.
Looking for a very difficult spare. Dina Buxton, and leaves an open 10th frame, so 233 to 175. The Queensland Rolling Thunder have defeated the Victorian All-Stars. Comprehensive they were in getting the job done. Well, that man there, Jared Langford, has got the look of steel determination on his face, and he led the team to victory. I know, Chris, he's not the captain, George Falingos is, but he was outstanding, Jared Langford.
Yeah, absolutely. Did not look like missing once, but just one shot at the end there when he was testing a ball. The Vic All-Stars, though, they didn't get off to a great start, but they fought back in the middle. But Jared just consolidated the victory there for the Queensland Rollin Thunder.
Against the Victorian All-Stars, who finished off well, didn't they, Jeanette?
Yeah, they came back. They faltered early. Spare shooting was a problem, and then unfortunately Adam and Beck both had 2 shots that went a little bit too far right, and that put them in a bit of trouble. So they've learned from it.
Yeah, good performance there though from the Queensland Rollin Thunder. So we've seen every team now in action in Bolt Patrol Rollin Thunder, and this is how the ladder looks. In first place on 2 points with 237 in their first match, the Northern Territory Cyclone. In second place, also on 2 points, managing 233 in their first match, Queensland Rollin Thunder. And in third place, they won in their first game, and they're also on 2 points, but with a score of 227, the New South Wales Hotshots. Coming in fourth at the moment, the Kingpins. In fifth place, the New South Wales Strike. And in sixth, the Victorian All-Stars.
Well, George, that was a great win. Confident all the way through?
Oh, yes. You know, even though we're in a different state, we're in a different year, same result. This is our third 230 in a row, undefeated. Different format. The whole structure with the 3 bowlers now really mixes it up, but great result, great start, and good things to come.
You didn't mind having a girl between you and Jared?
Absolutely not. Alexia is quite the talent. The lanes are playing a little bit tricky on the right, so I was very, very analytical of lining her up and keeping her moving with the transition, but she responded really greatly, and I expect great things in the future from her.
Thanks, George, and good luck for the rest.
Thank you so much.
Here's a fun way for children to learn the sport of 10-pin bowling. Bowl Patrol is a program to teach kids aged 6 to 12 the basic skills. Why not learn how to bowl now with a qualified instructor? Go to bowlpatrol.com.au. Bowl Patrol Rollin Thunder action continues after the break with round 2 commencing. Belmo is back facing a Cyclone coming from the north. Welcome back to Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder. You're watching Australia's best 10-pin bowlers in action here at Oz 10-pin Epping in Melbourne. Here we go with round 2, match 4 of the tournament. Jason Belmonte leading the hot shots against the Cyclone from the Northern Territory.
Well, mate, nice to get the campaign underway to a win in round 1, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to get off to a good start. We've got the W the first round. Now, leading into the second round, that's our next goal. Keep those W's rolling.
And you broke your own personal duck in style as well, too. You hit fire. A bit different to last year. We won't talk about that, but outstanding performance from not only the three of you, but yourself as well.
Yeah, no, we did. We bowled really well as a team, and that's what it's going to come down to this year. All about team bowling, making sure we fill those frames, strike when we have to, get the W's.
Well, Beck, the team getting underway to a perfect start in round 1.
Yes, definitely. It was a great start. We just wanted to keep it clean, and we certainly did that, and I hope it continues.
Competition, though, hot right throughout. Even the sides that got beaten, they've shown that they're going to be very strong.
Definitely. There's no easy teams here at all, so every match is going to go down to the wire, I reckon.
Tactics at all? I know Jeanette asked you about that when we last spoke, but have you had a bit of a chat about any change possibly?
I think we're all pretty happy with how we're going at the moment and just wanting to keep it clean and keep it a good show.
Good stuff. Good luck for round 2.
Great, thank you.
What most people don't realise about the bowling lanes is that there is some oil out on the lane. Now, this oil is made possible through some technology which is called Kegel. So this machine not only goes down to the lane and cleans it, but it actually also applies coatings of oil on the lane surface. So this enables the balls to create some skid through the front. It protects the lane surface, and then also you'll see the balls have that dramatic finish towards the end, and that's all done through this amazing technology of Kegel.
Well, we've seen all of the teams now in action in Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder, as we move into round 2. And what a matchup we've got here. It's the New South Wales Hot Shots with Jason Belmonte, Beck Martin and Blaine Fletcher in action. They're taking on the Northern Territory Cyclone, Beck Vukalos, Matt Clegg and Sean Dunn. Both of these teams were superb in round 1, weren't they, Chris? And they'll be looking to continue this momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. This one should be an absolute barn burner. Both teams on fire in that first game. Belmo coming off the hot finish. You couldn't hope for a better match here.
And he was on fire, Jason Belmonte, in round 1. You see him there, continuing his practice. And this match here, Jeanette, important to point out, is the first one back after the lanes have been re-oiled.
It'll be very interesting to see the difference it has made. Even though the machine actually washes and strips all the oil that was previously there off and lays it down, it sometimes means that the ball can actually hook a little bit more down the back end of the lane. So the players are just checking their equipment that they used the first round, seeing if they can still use the same equipment, if they perhaps have to change some angles, and again, in the meantime, deciding which lane they want to play on.
An interesting dynamic just on both teams is they're pretty similarly matched. So you've got Beck and the two Rebeccas. They very similar styles, similar shots, and then you've got Belmo and Blaine, as well as Matt and Sean, who are very high rev rate players. So it'd be interesting to see which lane Belmo chooses here.
Well, he's chosen to start on the left-hand lane. So he's obviously preferring that lane. Both teams, when they won previous rounds, were both on the right-hand lane. So is it a situation where one lane's perhaps playing better than the other? Well, we'll get to find out.
And we are ready for action here for round 2. Beck Martin to get things underway here for the New South Wales Hot Shots.
Yeah, she started with the open in the last match that she was in, but should be looking for a stronger start here.
Here is Beck Martin with her shot. The opening shot for round 2, and starts off with a strike here for Beck Martin. She liked that one.
Great shot there from Beck. It looks like it was a little bit right, but she's got the ball speed correct, and bang, there you go, 10 in the pit.
And it's a wall shot, which is always nice. Nice and easy, gets the pins moving around, and all in the pit.
Beck Vukalos here for the Northern Territory Cyclone. Outstanding in round one was Beck Vukalos. And, ooh, well, she's left 3 pins standing here.
Yeah, just further to Jeanette's point from earlier, it looks like that ball looked like it was on track and then just turned really sharply in the back part of the lane, leading the 3-6-10.
And as most bowlers do when they've got particularly right-handers in the right-hand corner, they will revert to a plastic ball which will go fairly straight and fairly direct to assist them in converting the spare.
With the delivery and spares it.
Textbook spare there from Beck. In cricket terms, that was just line and lengths, nothing silly. Covered the spare.
Here is Blaine Fletcher now coming up as we see that spare from Beck Vukalos. Blaine Fletcher for the New South Wales Hotshots.
If Belmo's the king, this man is the prince.
He's got Jason Belmonte as a teammate and Beck Martin with the two-handed delivery. Blaine Fletcher with a strike, a double to get things underway here in round 2 for the New South Wales Hotshots.
Amazing shot there from Blaine. If we look at the replay here, the ball just hits the pocket and just drives through the pins. Exactly what you want to see as a bowler.
Conversely, Matt Clay cutting up now, likes to cover a few boards on the lane with the modern day game. Long swing, plenty of hand.
Terrific description of the delivery, but he left 2 pins standing. He was great in round 1. Matt Clay, terrific in round 1, in fact.
Outstanding, but again, going through the middle arrow, couldn't quite see where the ball decided to stop going down and turning left, but it was definitely a little bit inside.
Won't want to leave an open frame, and he has.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like he might have had a bit of trouble with the approach there on that spare shot. Just looking down after he's let it go. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of a slip there from Matt. But Belmo will look to capitalise. The best bowlers in the world, and he is the best bowler in the world. They love to capitalise on these mistakes.
Jason Belmonte caught fire in round 1. Here's his first shot in round 2, and he's...
How did that not take the pin? Really?
Absolutely massive messenger there. It's just that angle and power he creates, smashes the pocket, and it just goes in front and around.
And that was the head pin.
Absolutely. Couldn't have done any more to hit that pin.
He's looking for the spare. And got it.
Great spare there for Belmo. You still can't quite believe that first shot didn't strike. But it's easy to smile about it when you're ahead.
Yeah, Jason Belmonte with the spare.
And for those of you, if you're motivated to want to go bowling, all you have to do is access bowl.com.au and find the centre nearest to you, all ages, and it's just so much fun.
It's absolutely terrific. Ooh.
Yeah,
leaves one there, Sean Dunn.
Sean leaving the 2-pin. It looks like he might have made a bit of an adjustment off of his 2 teammates going high, and then that one's just coming up a little bit light. So they're going to have to regroup and think about this quickly here. Otherwise, they'll get left behind.
Are they likely to chat amongst themselves and make a decision and decide together where they're going to aim for?
I would say so. Well, I think they need to at this point. Their tactic all along has been to close frames and keep it clean, but you're going to have a high chance of leaving splits if you don't get it together here.
Beck Martin open round 2 with a strike. They've gone strike, strike, spare here, the New South Wales Hotshots.
That intense gaze, looking at where she wants the ball to go.
Delivers the shot, and back-to-back strikes for Beck Martin.
Excellent shot there from Beck, just similar to Blaine's. The ball hit that spot and the ball just drives through the pins. Bang, could not do it any better.
Almost textbook.
Yeah, absolutely great shot there from Beck.
From one Beck to another. This is a Rebecca Vukalos, the Northern Territory Cyclones captain. Here we go. They need a strike here. The Cyclones. Can she deliver? No.
It even looks like she got a little bit further right of her first shot, and the ball's still come up high, just leaving the 4-7. But as we'll see here on the replay, looks like it's okay, and then just right there, it just turns really, really sharply. So I think that lane is definitely giving them a lot of trouble at the moment. That's also the advantage of the coin toss. You get to pick.
Finishing off the fourth frame. They need a spare here. And she does it with ease, Rebecca Vukalos.
Absolutely, textbook spare there from Beck. Blaine will step up here in the fifth frame. Really look to put the foot down. Just going across lane with the plastic ball. It's exactly what you want to do. Just a message to all the younger bowlers out there.
If you ever have thought about, for the young ones, if you've thought about wanting to learn how to bowl, Bowl Patrol is a child program conducted in the centres at all different ages and all different levels.
A terrific way to get involved in the sport. Wayne Fletcher, another one there, just looking at his footing there.
Yeah, it looks like so he's just stuck and he's pulled up there. You can see he did a little bit of a hop when he let it go. Yeah, just checking the approach there again. But fortunate to leave the 9-pin off that. Still hit the pocket.
Once again, looking for the spare. No trouble there for Blaine Fletcher.
Whilst Northern Territory team are struggling to strike, it's no drama to New South Wales to just stay clean. They're around the pocket. They're not far away. So they can capitalise.
Matt Clegg here for the Northern Territory Cyclone. And he delivers a much-needed strike there for the Cyclone to get them back in the contest. Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder continuing now for the New South Wales Hotshots and their captain, Jason Belmonte with a strike.
Amazing shot there from Belmo. You can just watch that every day of the week. It's giving some young fans in the crowd a high five.
Just perfect balance at the foul line. Great projection execution.
That's why he's the best in the world.
Brilliant stuff from Belmo. Over now to Sean Dunn. Needs a strike here to keep the Northern Territory team in the contest. A qualifier with Sean Dunn. He'll be loving this. And he produces a strike.
Great shot there from Sean. Even after their slow start, they're still only down by about 14 pins here. So NT with a max score of 245. To New South Wales 259. So it's still well and truly game on here.
Beck Martin now for the New South Wales Hotshots. Delivers the shot. And, I was about to say, almost delivering a strike.
Nice
so
shot.
Close.
Still a nice shot there from Beck. Just ever so slightly high, just leaving the 4-pin. Still around that dark 10 board, just 40 feet down the lane. But you'll look to just make the spare. Still got the lead here, so no panic stations yet.
Beck Martin looking to spare things up here in the 7th frame, and does it easily.
Yeah, just pulling out the plastic ball, same as Beck Vukalos earlier, just cross lane, just keep it simple.
Another strike here for Northern Territory, and they'll be right back into it.
Absolutely, looking for 3 in a row here, Beck. Can actually take the lead, as funny as it sounds.
She was taking a long, hard look at that lane. I think she's going to make an adjustment now and try and make the pocket.
Beck Fukalos for the Northern Territory. Gets a strike, and she likes that. Her teammates like it as well, and they're right back in it now. The Northern Territory Cyclone laying down the challenge to the New South Wales Hotshots. It looked like the Hotshots by how many about 10 minutes ago. Now, this match is changing.
Great shot there from Beck. It looks like the trouble she was having earlier, just getting the ball to stay there before it actually made its late turn. It looks like she projected that ball a lot better with her follow through, and that got the ball further down the lane exactly where she wanted it.
At this stage, potential scoreability, New South Wales 245.
A strike there for Blaine Fletcher. This is high quality stuff. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder.
Bang. And just looking at the other team, he likes to do that, Blaine. Just giving them the business, letting them know, game on.
Up to Matt Clegg to answer back, keep their team on a string.
They're going for 4 in a row here, Northern Territory. And they get it.
Hambone there for the Northern Territory Cyclones. Great shot there from Matt. Just gets inside, super smooth, like a Nick Walsh, a Jason Walsh. Blast from the past. Great shot there from Matt Clegg.
We're into the 9th frame. Belmo, Jason Belmonte. Well, if you're not enjoying this, folks, you are very, very hard to please. Here is Belmo. Can he keep the roll going? Oh, well, he's left one pin standing, but he's very fortunate there. Didn't have a horror split.
Almost disaster there from Belmo. There's nothing wrong with that shot. Comes back, bang in the pocket, nearly with the 7-10. Could have struck, like either way, it's a good or a bad break, depending on how you look at it, but you'll need the spare here.
Here comes Belmo. Looking for the spare and gets it.
Had the skinny jeans on there for a second, did Belmo, but gets the job done.
So a strike here for the Northern Territory Cyclone, and they certainly will have the advantage going into the 10th frame.
Yeah, almost gives them a commanding lead if they get a strike here. If Sean doesn't strike, though, there'll be less than 10 pins in it, so it's going to be a massive 10th frame coming up here.
This is a very, very important shot here for Sean Dunn, the qualifier. Dunn delivers the shot. And will it fall? It won't. Wow.
You could not, you couldn't throw that much better and not strike. That was a great shot there from Sean.
And look at how many pins are touching that one in the corner. But it still persisted to stand there.
And those normally go here too, so very unlucky there for Sean, but make the spare, keep a 5-pin lead.
Is the spare attempt, gets it.
So different to the two Rebeccas who go nice and straight with their plastic ball. Sean likes to cover a lot of boards here. So here we go, Belmo heading up in the 10th frame, 5 pins in it. Northern
Territory there. They're obviously talking about who's going to take the 10th frame, but it is Jason Belmonte taking the 10th here for the New South Wales Hotshots.
5 pins in it.
Belmo. Oh.
Can't quite believe that. He really liked that. It looks like the ball may have actually hooked just slightly early. Gets out to the spot and then just there went slightly early and just leaving the 9 pin.
So first things first, before he thinks about another strike, he's got to spare this one.
Absolutely. If he makes the spare here, it'll make the NT Cyclones get any type of mark in the 10th frame.
Belmo delivers the shot, successfully spares.
And it'll also be important to get a strike on this last ball too, because there was only 5 pins in it going into the 10th frame. The count is very important here.
And again, look at how clean that game is. They really haven't missed the pocket. They've got lucky and had a double early in the game, and now potentially a 208 score.
So that's what he's looking at here. A strike to get the team to 208. Delivers the shot, gets the strike.
Yeah, still ruining that first one in the 10th there, I think. He's definitely a hard taskmaster on himself, probably more than anyone is below. And yeah, he looked a little bit disappointed, but the game is still on here.
So 208 for New South Wales, and now it is going to be Matt Clegg for the Northern Territory Cyclone to take this 10th frame. This first shot here.
Yeah, strike first shot, it's all over.
Delivers the shot, matches on the line, gets the strike.
Clutch shot there from Matt. Just got the strike when it counted, and that will be a win for the NT Cyclones, their second win of the tournament.
They're going to do it. The Northern Territory Cyclones. What a thrilling match. Going down to the 10th frame, you cannot ask for any more, folks.
And once again, just another team that got off to a reasonably poor start and then just had that big string of strikes in the middle, got it right back in it, and they're going to take the chocolates.
That they certainly are. And he wants to finish off in style. Oh, well, he nearly did.
Can get the spare here for a 2-14, but that will be enough to take the win.
So Matt Clegg. Spares it up to finish. They finish with 214. The Northern Territory Cyclone getting the job done over the New South Wales Hotshots. They go 2 for 2 in the tournament, but that was a thrilling contest going down to the 10th and final frame. Well, this was a terrific contest. The New South Wales Hotshots getting underway to a great start.
Absolutely. Just coming up with a flurry of strikes to start. Blaine, Beck and Belmo all just strike. Northern Territory not so much. Had a bit of a rough start there, but then they dug their heels in and they came back hard.
Jeanette, it's important, isn't it, to just reaffirm to those watching just how quickly things can change, particularly in the Baker format.
Oh, absolutely. You know, with Baker format and 3 people each having one shot at a time, it makes it very, very curious. And particularly when you've got players that are talking to one another about how they're playing the lane and helping one another. I think that was the difference with the Northern Territory team.
Oh, they played it so well as a team there. The Northern Territory Cyclone with a perfect record after round 2.
Well, Beck, that was a cliffhanger. Your team coming out the victors. How did it feel halfway through?
Halfway through, we were a bit shaky, but we definitely put our heels in and we didn't want to lose at all, so thankfully we didn't.
It looked like the right-hand lane was playing a little bit loose on the back end, and I could see you made adjustments. How did you have to move?
Yeah, it was definitely jumpy down the back end, and it took us a couple of frames, as you could see, but generally we got there in the end and we were happy with the result.
Great decision. Who bowled in the 10th?
Well, I made sure that Matt was all right for it. He was up for it, so I let him have it.
Well done.
Great. Thank you.
Here is a fun way for children to learn the sport of 10-pin bowling. Bowl Patrol is a program to teach kids aged 6 to 12 the basic skills. Jeanette, what a great program this is to get the very youngsters involved from, what, the age of 6?
It's fantastic. The kids at all ages, they have different lengths, as we can see, different lengths of carpets depending upon their skill level. They learn the basics and then they graduate as they go along.
It's an 8-week program and all sorts of games for them to get involved, and as we're seeing, numbers are increasing each year that we have Bowl Patrol in action.
It's fantastic. The best part about it is that the kids are actually getting in from the parents' perspective and they're learning something. They're not just being put on the lanes and left to their own devices.
Go to bowlpatrol.com.au. Join us next time when we return with another 2 exciting games. We will see match 5 of the tournament. The New South Wales Strike up against the Victorian All-Stars. Glenn Loader and his team up against Adam Hayes. Then we'll see the Queensland Rollin Thunder in action. They're skippered by George Falingos up against the very popular team here in Melbourne, the Victoria Kingpins, with their captain David Porto. The Australian Bowling Cup is up for grabs and you can see our very best bowlers shoot it out. This is Bowl Patrol, Rollin Thunder. Bye for now.